ourselves hearing a lot of these promises made to us in the industry. And for some bizarre reason, this time round, I believe it. Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much.
Yeah. It sounded like Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Or Martin Luther Queen.
I felt she saw something here tonight that made her have that urge to actually say that.
And to top it off, she's going to see more.
Yes.
That will be, mind-blowing.
Yes.
Are you ready for the challenge? The Great Monologue Challenge.
Yes.
Great. Then we'll quick start it.
Yes. This first phase is actually to have all the contestants show us their power of selling their individual countries. I think we are all ready for that, aren't we?
Wonderful. So, who can name 2 countries beginning with Z? I say who, then you say Zambia. Who is called Zambia? All right, if you're all rooting for Zambia, the land of safari, please, this man says that there are over 7 billion people in the world, and there are 7 billion characters in the world, and he can play over 7 billion characters.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, let's welcome Jeremy Mimba from Zambia.
Thanks, man. Okay, guys, my props are all right. They're all there.
And the friend. Wow, I've seen myself on TV. Oh, all right. So I would want to call on Modelek to join me up here. Please, a round of applause for. Yes, she always moves like a battalion leader, you know. Yes, Modelek, please.
Tu parles français? Un peu, oui, oui, bien, bien. Oui, je parle français.
Continue.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Distingués invités, nous vous disons bonjour et bienvenue à cette cérémonie des plus extraordinaires, qui est la cérémonie du lancement de l'Africa Monologue Challenge. Et je suis Monilek pour représenter les pays de la francophonie. Merci.
I hope she didn't sell me. I hope she didn't sell me. Anyway, so we're all here for one simple cause. The African Monologue Challenge, the 3rd season. But we will definitely have some dignitaries joining us on the high table, so we can start well. And obviously, we have some people amongst us that we need to acknowledge. So in due time, definitely they will be acknowledged. But to join us on the high table right here behind us, is that correct? Oui. I'm trying to speak French through my English. So we have Ashley Asenso, please. Oh, okay. Please, a round of applause for Ashley. Ashley is coming from African Prosperity Network, and she is the head of partnership and protocol. We also have amongst us the CEO, Africa Chamber of Content Creators, Nana Jumo. And also to join them on the high table, we have the CEO of MK Casting and AMC African Monologue Challenge, Marco Kuaji. Okay, so with acknowledgement, we will come back there. But Monolek, if you have something to say about the history of why we are here, AMC.
Okay. I'm sorry, I will speak for my French people.
Yes, speak for them.
Nous sommes très heureux ce soir de vous recevoir avec ces distingués invités ici sur place, qui sont tous membres de distingués classes de regroupement de la création qui donnent naissance et qui aident pour la productivité de la créativité africaine en général et surtout sur le territoire du Ghana. Nous sommes ici regroupés en ce jour pour parler de l'Africa Monologue Challenge, qui est en fait un rassemblement africain, disons panafricain, pour pouvoir mettre en lumière toute la créativité de tous nos créatifs africains, que ce soit dans le milieu lusophone, dans le milieu francophone ou dans le milieu anglophone. C'est une compétition qui a lieu tous les ans et dont chacun des représentants représente sa capacité créative, mais surtout son pays. Et en général, nous représentons tous notre cher continent qui est l'Afrique. Merci.
Merci, merci. I believe all she's trying to say is that African Monologue Challenge started somewhere in 2023, actually. So we had the first edition here in Ghana, which we say season 1 here in Ghana, out of which we had 10 finalists coming from all the African countries, not all, but those who made it into the final stage. They came here into Ghana. We had a grand finale here at the National Theatre where you had some of the screens, showing some of them on the screens. Eventually, we had a Ugandan who won. And per the rules of the game, whichever countries that wins, the next edition goes to that country. So in Ghana, a Ugandan won. So we had the privilege of going to Uganda for the second season. So we were there in Uganda. We thought it's going to come back to Ghana since we are the host nation. Unfortunately, it went all the way to Ivory Coast. So this time around, we are going to... Are the Ivorians here? Oh, yeah, okay. So this time around, we're going to Ivory Coast, and this is the season 3, out of which we have had our first set of the finalists. Out of them, we're going to get our 10, and our 10 will be going to Ivory Coast. Just so I mention the names of the countries who have made it so far. Right, so we have Ghana making it. Some of the countries have 2 entries currently. Definitely one will be going off, so pray that your favorite wouldn't go out. So we have Ghana going, we have Ivory Coast already, they are the host nation, so we can't do anything about that. We have Cameroon also going, we have Botswana, we have Nigeria, our own brothers and sisters just at our backyard. We have Benin, we have Zambia, we have Tanzania, we have USA, definitely. Donald Trump wouldn't let us sleep. He's following us everywhere. So we have USA, we have SA, South Africa, we have Uganda again, we have Senegal, we have the Republic of Congo, we have Kenya. Right.
Pour cette édition qui va se dérouler, ce qu'il faudrait savoir sur l'AMC, c'est que c'est une compétition qui a regroupé pas mal de pays de notre continent et à l'extérieur au niveau de la diaspora, mais aussi cette compétition va prendre au terme de sa finale 10 candidats de chaque pays, bien sûr les pays qu'ils représentent. Et à la finale de cet événement, il y aura le grand gagnant. Et ce qu'il faut savoir, c'est que cet événement qui honore tous les créatifs de cette industrie qui est l'industrie de la narration, donnera honneur aux finalistes de remporter, de ramener la compétition dans son pays d'origine et de mettre en lumière aussi sa culture et son pays. Et les pays qui font partie des finalistes sont le Ghana, la Côte d'Ivoire, le Cameroun, le Botswana, le Nigeria, le Bénin, les USA, l'Afrique du Sud, l'Ouganda, le Sénégal, la République du Congo, le Kenya, la Zambie et la Tanzanie. Sachant que certains de ces pays ont 2 candidats qui représentent leur pays.
Monique, you said zombie. Is it a zombie I'm thinking about? Okay.
Zambia is zombie.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving straight. It's a press conference and the launch of season 3 of African Monologue Challenge. But to help us do the opening remarks, I call on the CEO of Okay, I've been directed backwards. So I call on the CEO of African Chamber of Content Producers, Nana Juma, to give us the opening remarks. Nana.
That yes, you deserve to be ruled by external forces because we are more powerful than you. They made them think that conquest was something that they should accept and be ruled by the white man. Those their history and put a new identity into them. After colonization, it shifted. The control shifted to Hollywood. It shifted to different film industries. Hollywood had used film to make America, brand America as the home of heroes, the land of the free, land of dreams. And now every African wants to go to the US because we will show the vision of America. The UK also have used films to brand themselves. You see James Bond, you see Star Wars, you see films that will make you believe that these are powerful people, these are powerful nations, you can't conquer them. An American will go to Vietnam, a single man in Vietnam, and he will conquer the whole Vietnamese army. So when you see an American, you see that this is a very courageous person. And this kind of mindset made Americans, the citizens, believe they are strong. So wherever they go, they have a strong self-esteem, self-worth. But unfortunately, Africans couldn't continue our storytelling. What our ancestors was passing on was interrupted. We lost our history. We lost our identity, and we took the identity of the foreigner. Now we have acquired foreign tastes. In this room, if I ask everybody here, what do you have on you that is made in Africa? Well, the identity is Africa, but you are made in China. You are made in elsewhere, because what makes you the clothes you wear, even the language we are speaking, everything of us, our identity is being eroded. And so we ask ourselves, who is branding Africa? Who is going to tell our story? As a Pan-African nation, as proud people, as people with resources. Almost every resource is in Africa. What do we do with the resources? Because we've been made to be conditioned to believe that you are low, you are poverty, you live in slums, you are corrupt, you are this, you are that. So when you take the resources, take it for somebody who has the knowledge, the wisdom to process it for you. And it come back to you. When we watched Wakanda, we were all excited, we were happy. Everybody wanted to belong. This is Africa. They showed you something in Wakanda. They showed you that just one resource, vibranium, can develop a nation. You see, they pushed it in your face, but you still couldn't identify it. That is why the Africa Monorail Challenge was birthed. We wanted to identify and organize and gather the best of Africa, the best of creatives, so that through them we can tell the story of Africa. Through them we can have a voice, a platform, the industry of Pan-African content creation. The first edition was successful in Ghana. Fortunately, the National Film Authority saw the vision. Wherever Madame Yasandra is, kudos. She saw the vision, supported us, and we had the first edition. Various embassies also in Ghana saw the vision in the season 1. They came. I know Zambia is here. I've seen them. They were doing everything possible to make their finalists win. Jeremy. Yes, they supported. South Africa, they did their best. Every country wanted their finalists to win, and they sponsored them, flew them to Ghana for the season 1, just to tell us who they are. They came, they marketed themselves, they also learned our culture. Through Jeremy, we got to know what is in Zambia, the food they eat, their culture, their lifestyle. Jeremy mingled with people in the Pan-African House in Ghana. He also got to learn from Ghanaians, got to learn from other people, and he went with that to Zambia to tell his people. At the end of the day, Uganda won the maiden edition, which was held at the National Theatre. When the voting started, we did an online voter. She stood in Parliament and called out all Ugandans to go and vote for their finalists, because they want to show that Uganda can be a good host of this competition. And the people of Uganda, Zambia was in the lead. They knew they were setting. Then out of the blues, a young girl from nowhere, from Uganda, just surprised Zambians. In fact, they had even prepared our visitors to Zambia. They were ready to host us, and they just saw that the thing had shifted. Then at the end of the day, Uganda won the maiden edition. Hello, welcome, madam. We acknowledge you, and we are happy you are here today. So at the end of the day, we went to Uganda, hosted by the Office of the President of Uganda, Uganda Communications Commission, and the Pan-African Women Organization. We really enjoyed our stay in Uganda. We enjoyed their food. We saw that Ugandans don't eat one food. In fact, they eat all foods on one plate. You see a bit of matoke, you see a bit of cassava, you see a bit of different foods. And we from Ghana, it was a cultural shock to us, because why do you have all foods on the table? And then they call soup stew, stew soup. A lot of confusion. In fact, my partner and I, in our first encounter in Uganda, we really suffered. I'm not running advert for any brand today, but I ran advert for one. We took Kivo Gari in our second trip because we were confused with the food. At the end of the day, after staying in Uganda for a while, we got accustomed to the food. We started enjoying the food. They don't like pepper. We didn't know. My partner went, he actually didn't like pepper, so he was okay with their food. But to sum it all, we really enjoyed our stay in Uganda. We went to chiefs, we went to meet kings, they showed us their culture, they told us about Uganda, and we got to understand that we are all one people. The stories that we have told, we told from the Ashanti Kingdom, from the Ewe land, from the Gas State, and from every culture that tells their story was similar. And we realized, indeed, we are one people. It's the boundaries that is separating us. So why don't we come together and tell our own stories? Tell these stories, let the people know that indeed we are one, and we can develop as one. Without trust, we can't even trade among each other. Without knowing ourselves, we can't trade. We can't do anything together if we don't trust ourselves. And we only trust ourselves if we get to understand each other. So as Hollywood is branding the US, as China is being branded, as UK is being branded, we at AMC have also taken the mantle to brand Africa. Today,
All right. So we would want to have one of our own to join us on the high table. Because I need not to say much. But please help me welcome the CEO, the founder of Black Stars International Festival, Juliet. Please, she really held us down during the first season, and I don't think even I'm calling her up. Anyways, I have your visa, so I'll be going there. Yeah. All right, please. Thank you so much. So, before we go on, we have some people we need to acknowledge. And for me, the first person on, and also from the Zambia High Commission, we have Joseph. Joseph, please, your surname is forgiven. Joseph, and then we have also Makando. Makando, right? I got it right. Thank you. And we have also from the 24-hour economy, Sam Lara, Bam. Okay, Sam Lara, thank you. And we have also Louis Yao Afo, African Policy Network. Louis, thank you so much. We have Uria, Nigerian High Commission. Uria. I now remember the face. I wanted to remember where I saw the face. Yes. We have also Tony from GH Nubifre. Tony, that's one of our strong partners. We have, okay, so William Lamte is actually one of the finalists from Ghana. I think he's the only finalist we have here. William, thank you for representing all of you guys. We have Monilek, I need not to introduce her. She's here with me. Okay, Juliet also have already done that. And we have our first winner, Rachel. Rachel is online with us. Rachel, yes, we will be seeing you soon. And also our second season winner, Maud, who is currently in Ivory Coast. We will be joining her soon in Ivory Coast. So Rachel and Maud, yes, you are welcome to Ghana via television.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous reconnaissons la présence d'éminentes personnalités qui sont là. Monsieur Joseph Ndjikwa et mademoiselle Makando qui représentent la Zambie. Nous avons aussi monsieur Louis qui représente l'African Policy. Nous avons aussi monsieur Emmanuel. Nous avons aussi madame Ouré du Nigeria. Nous avons monsieur Tony qui représente la société comment on dit en français, de tous ceux qui sont vraiment mordus de cinéma, des mordus de cinéma. Nous avons aussi l'un des représentants parmi nous du Ghana, qui est William Lamte, qui représente le Ghana pendant cette compétition. Et il y a aussi moi, Monilek, qui représente la République du Congo lors de l'AMC. Et voilà, toutes les personnalités qui sont là et qui font que cet événement soit possible aujourd'hui. Merci.
Merci. Also, we just let out one important personality. Nana Nketia is also here with us, please. Round of applause for Nana Nketia. He is a board member of the Africa of Content Creators. He is a board member. Nana Nketia, he's been there for us. I've seen him severally, so I'm sure he's so much in support of this. All right, so we are going straight. I saw one of our veteran young man, I call him Daddy 16. Yes. Right, so we are going straight to have a speech from. Good. All right, so before we have him, since they are our hosts, we can have him to the Ministry of Culture and Francophonie of Côte d'Ivoire.
Monsieur Christian est le directeur de la francophonie et de tous les arts visuels au niveau de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Of tourism, culture, and creative arts. So, a rep with us from the ministry is Divine Kwame Owusu Ansa, and is representing, he is the Director, Culture and Creative Arts, and is representing the minister, and he has a word for us from the ministry. A round of applause for Divine.
Monsieur Divan Kwame Owusu-Ansa, qui est au service de la Direction générale de la culture et des arts créatifs au niveau du Ghana, qui va nous dire un mot. Merci.
Mr. MC, Uncle Fred, good morning. And Madame Yasa as well, good morning. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, invited guests, I bring you warm greetings from Honorable Ablaji Fagowashi, Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. To all here gathered here this morning for the official launch of the Africa Monologue Challenge Season 3, to be hosted in the beautiful and culturally rich land of Côte d'Ivoire in 2026. This initiative is a bold and necessary platform that amplifies African voices, nurtures African talent, and reclaims the African narrative through the lens of our most powerful tool, storytelling. We are witnessing a continental awakening, a rising generation of young Africans whose creativity is not only reshaping entertainment, but also reimagining the continent's identity on the global stage. Our musicians, actors, fashion designers, and filmmakers are heard and seen from Accra to Abidjan, Lagos to Los Angeles, Kigali to Cairns. The African Monologue Challenge is a significant contributor to this wave, and we must celebrate it as a strategic vehicle for soft power, economic empowerment, and cultural diplomacy. If we are to fully unlock the potential of our creative economy, we must look to models that have worked, and one such model is that of the Asian tigers: South Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, these nations, once upon a time developing economies like ours, invested early and deliberately in new skills development, creative arts education, and technology-driven industries. South Korea, for example, built what we now know as the K-Wave, exporting not just electronics and automobiles, but culture, music, film, drama, and fashion. Today, Korean cinema and K-pop contribute billions of dollars to their GDP and serve as global ambassadors of Korean identity. What drove this transformation? 1. Strategic public investment in the arts. 2. Youth-focused innovation hubs. 3. Global marketing of cultural products. And finally, most importantly, I believe that creativity is a national asset. Sub-Saharan Africa has the youngest population in the world, and this is not a crisis, it is an opportunity. An opportunity to harness the raw, vibrant energy of our youth, equip them with the tools to tell their stories, and build industries that employ, inspire, and elevate. We must therefore integrate creative arts into our national educational system. Invest in infrastructure for film, theater, and digital content production. Provide grants and training for emerging talents, and promote platforms like the African Monologue Challenge that democratize access to opportunity across borders. As we launch season 3 of the African Monologue to make policy room for the creative economy, private sector players to see the arts as investment worthy, development partners to support capacity building and visibility, and most of all, our youth to dream boldly, work tirelessly, and represent Africa with pride and authenticity. To the organizers, mentors, judges, and participants of AMC, thank you for believing in Africa. Thank you for showing that talent is everywhere and all it needs is a stage. Let this season be more than a show. Let it be a statement that Africa is here, creative, confident, and unapologetically proud of its culture. And to our youth, the world is watching. So speak, act, inspire. Africa is not the future. Africa is now. Thank you very much. And these are the words of Honorable Abdullah.
Thank you. We can do it better for him. Okay, so with this from our ministry, we would also have a speech from one of our partners. Oh, yeah. Oh, she wants to talk. Oh, I'll call you soon.
Mesdames et messieurs, ce que le représentant, le directeur de la culture et ainsi que des arts visuels du Ghana a dit, il a dit que l'Afrique est une plateforme ouverte à tous les talents et que l'initiative de l'AMC est là pour montrer au monde entier que l'Afrique a une identité et que nous devons fièrement relever le défi de montrer notre identité au monde entier par le moyen de notre créativité. Et que aussi ce continent, qui est un continent qui est plein de potentiel, est un continent qui peut être montré au monde sous la créativité des arts visuels et de cette industrie montante, de tout notre art qui représente qui nous sommes, d'où nous venons et qui est au monde entier, comment nous pouvons nous relever, comment nous pouvons interagir avec le monde qui nous sommes en réalité, plutôt que les stéréotypes que les gens nous accordent, car le continent africain est un continent plein de créatifs. Merci.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
I have plenty of things with the phone.
I have to resume it.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, my co-MC. You're doing well.
Thank you.
I wish I can speak both. I've been taking this money into my pocket.
Oh my God. You know, speaking both, sometimes your brain is going back here. In this language, you're going here.
But you're doing well. I like that. All right, so thank you. So to have another one from one of our partners, let's welcome Ashley Asenso from African Prosperity Network, Head Partnership and Protocol.
Nous recevons maintenant Madame Ashley Asenso de the Africa Property Network. Prosperity Network. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, members of the diplomatic corps, colleagues from the creative industry, representatives of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. My name is Ashley Asenso. I am in charge of partnerships and protocol at the Africa Prosperity Network. It is a great honor for us to be here as we officially launch the 3rd season of the Africa Monologue Challenge, which will be hosted in Côte d'Ivoire in 2026. Allow me to first extend warm greetings from the Africa Prosperity Network and appreciation to the AMC Secretariat, MK Casting, the African Chamber of Content Producers, the National Film Authority, and all other esteemed partners who continue to show visionary leadership in advancing the Pan-African collaboration through storytelling. We also acknowledge with gratitude the Ministry of Culture and Francophonie of Côte d'Ivoire for their commitment to hosting this important continental event. At the Africa Prosperity Network, our mission is clear: to promote Africa's prosperity through trade, policy alignment, creative economy collaboration, which are all in line with the AU's Agenda 2063, as well as the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. We believe that prosperity is not only about markets and finance, it is also about mindsets and identity. Storytelling and cultural expression are amongst the most powerful tools for shaping how we see ourselves as Africans and how the world perceives us. That is why the Africa Monologue Challenge is so important. It provides a continental platform for African voices, for our stories, our dreams, our dignity to take center stage. The Africa Prosperity Network is proud to be a strategic partner of the AMC. And beyond Season 3, we are honored to serve as an associate producer of the upcoming Pan-African feature film, a groundbreaking project which is now in development and to be shot in Uganda. I'm also delighted to note that APN and the AMC team are in advanced discussions to co-produce a Pan-African documentary focusing on the AU Agenda 2063 and the intra-African trade. In closing, let me reaffirm APN's unwavering commitment to working closely with AMC, the African creative community, and all partners to ensure that Africa's creative economy becomes a key driver of prosperity for all our people. Thank you very much.
Et au niveau des finances, mais aussi au niveau d'un mindset qui est un état d'esprit. Prosperity Network aussi s'engage à être partenaire avec l'AMC pour pouvoir produire ou coproduire le prochain film panafricain.
We would have some the technical men. is one of our finest when it comes to stand-up comedy.
Voici un fait qui nous bénit de sa présence.
Right. And we also have one of the season 1 finalists, Fortune.
Liste de la saison 1, Monsieur.
Meetings to the high table. Let me start this way. I'm avoiding too much speeches and reading because it's becoming a thing of the past. But I want to start by saying what echoes something that the first. I think that, for example, I like what he said, that we made to believe that somebody is able to shoot in films, we see that person as hero, and then we the Africans. Geographically, we've been saying that Egypt is, Israel is not part of Africa. If Egypt is proximity to Israel, you can just a stone throw, then Israel and most part of those places are African, they are part of African continent. We have to establish that fact. Secondly, we've been hearing that religion was brought to Ghana by white man. It's not true. Jesus came to Africa when he was a child. But forward to change our narratives, we look for funding. And the more we go for funding from outside, they dictate what you should write. The African Continental Free Trade, in fact, I was among one of the pioneers in terms of the drafting when the agreement was. We started all the way from Seychelles meeting. The focus was to have an African original way of trading. As if you look at they said they will never trade with us individuals. No, they will trade with us not like a block. And so they were not ready to participate. Today, if you go to the US, thousands of companies are doing consultancy without for any project, and they say that you're an African origin. They give you the conditions that, look, we want you to produce this. You have to stand up to your rights and change the African story. Afri-Exim Bank is there to support the creative industry. Afri-Exim Bank is mandated by the African. The bank is not for them, it's for Africans. Our governments are paying dues and tithes, or whatever they call it, to Afri-Exim Bank to finance your work. So you have the right to ask for it. You are not begging them. So you have to fund creative industry, like the way Hollywood is funded. That is just my initial remark. Distinguished guests, excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, esteemed partners of the African Long Challenge, leaders of the creative industry, on behalf of APN Group or After Policy Network, I bring you warm greetings and appreciation for inviting us to share in this momentous occasion the launch of Season 3 of the African World Challenge. Allow me to begin by commending the organizers, MK Casting, the African Chamber of Content Producers, the National Film Authority, and their partners for once again positioning the arts at the heart of Pan-African transformation. We also extend warm congratulations to the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, proud winners of Season 2, and our host of this 3rd edition. About After Policy Network, I have already talked about Africa Policy Network, but the little I'll say about us is that we have 4 organizations in one, but one of the areas we are focusing now, and I'm happy to see it, is the Africa Globalized Investment Summit. What we are doing now is that we are bringing investors from all over the world, from Africa, to match them, and we tailor them according to the needs of the country. And the program is rotational. So if we don't do it in Ghana, we do it in an African country. And it has been successful. 2021, we brought some from all over. And one of the areas we are focusing on is the creative industry. I mentioned Julia because she has been part of what we did in 2021. We invited the film industry. We were supposed to pay $250. We gave 50 tickets free to your industry. And I've been speaking on site to some of your celebrities. Let us help you with your professional, your intellectual property rights, so that when you do one film, you do one music, you earn all that you can earn even till you retire. You are being cheated. So what we are doing is that the African Globalized Investment, every year we do it. This year we are doing it. And what we are doing is that we bring investors. We wanted to bring the likes of the gentleman who has the biggest studio in the US. What's the name? Yes. Unfortunately, COVID hit us. But this year we are doing it, and then your books, your films, and your music.
Let's invest it. Let's sell it outside. Thank you. The microphone is waiting. Send the microphone for us.
Thank you very much. I'm not feeling too well, so please pardon me. I had to be here because many people do not know, but thank you for carrying the torch. When this monologue challenge started, no one thought that it would come this far. I think what makes the difference between success is not the lack of a dream or passion or money or anything. It is persistence. And persistence even when there are problems. So you keep doing the same thing over and over. The task ahead felt so Herculean. And the question was, can this be done? Can it even be done in Ghana? And fast forward, not only has it been done in Ghana, but then it went to Uganda, and then like joke, I mean, there was a time even getting money for airfare was a problem, right? So people will look at it now and be like, oh, you know, this is being so successful, they're doing this, they're going to Uganda now, they're going to Ivory Coast, but I'm keenly aware of the challenges and the rough path that this has been through. I think when you look at the value chain of film, the actor, and I'm proud to say that's how I myself started in this space, in front of the camera. And so I remember the very first contestants from Ghana in the monologue challenge. I went out and bought a book for each of the contestants. I think I saw one here. What's the book? The Power of an Actor, yes. Because that book, if you're an actor, you are here, you don't have it, you should go and get one. The Power of an Actor. It's a book that I think every actor should have. And I'm so passionate about being in front of the camera because, you know, no matter what is done in the back, if the person in the front doesn't carry it, you can have a whole body, but if your head is not nice or if your face is not nice, people love well. Sometimes even when people are appearing in front of the camera, unlike other spaces, maybe even the costume, you have to bring your own costume. I don't know, do you still do that? Do we still do that? You know, like you buy your own costume and all of that. Literally. In other places, there's a costume designer who has designed everything. Even when you go on set, what you eat has been designed. You know, all you have to worry about is your lines. But here, it's not like that. So we really have to over-appreciate what people do because the challenges are not easy. And then when you are done, what you other things. So you don't have the peace of mind. And my senior, where is he? Papa, you can speak to this more than even I can speak to this because you have carried this lamp for so long. So I just want to say, as I stand here today, I haven't prepared any speech, so I'm just speaking off my head. I just want to take a minute or a moment to appreciate what people in the arts go through to be able to represent us all. And what those who fuel the engine, like what Malco is doing, go through to be able to give us what we want. Sometimes we are, I don't want to use the word misled, but sometimes because this is like a flamboyant space, so we think, oh, everything is fine. But we need to appreciate and uphold and empower, most importantly. Because without that face, you know, let me just backtrack a little bit. Yesterday I was watching, has anybody watched, there's a new thing on Netflix called, what's it called? Aladdin. No, not Aladdin. It's a new series. What? No. It's between K-pop, South Korea and Dubai. They've just done a new thing on Netflix. Oh man, I'll find it.
You'll find it. Tell us about it. We'll find it.
You'll find it. I was just watching it. I'm surprised that I can't. So, when the speaker from the ministry was talking, he talked about what South Korea is doing. And we all sit here and we acknowledge it, but it was a deliberate activity. It didn't just happen. For 20 years, they invested in their craft. They invested in the talent. I think everybody should go and visit South Korea. You'll be blown. And it's been so deliberate. I was telling someone the last time that if you watch the recent things coming on Netflix, now South Korea, they've even gone beyond. Now they are selling their food. So you see a lot of food shows that are now on Netflix from South Korea. And then now this new thing that is about Satan and whatever, it's a very weird show, but it's something that they've done with Dubai. And so in that show, they visit Dubai and they speak Arabic. And it's so incredible. I'm sure, I haven't yet done my research, but I'm sure Dubai paid a lot for that to happen. And so the rest of the world is deliberately using this space to sell themselves, their language, the beauty of their cultures, their food, all of this. And no one can sell us as much as this space can. From the filmmakers to the artists to the musicians and all that. So well done. Please continue doing what you do. Media, you are part of us. Once you are in the media in every sense, you are part of this space. You can't run away from it. You're holding a camera. You are part of it. Let's understand that we need to push ourselves up. Because when we bring ourselves down, you are engaged in the activity of bringing someone else down. You have to come down for that person to also come down, you see? You can't be down, you can't be up and pushing someone down. You have to be down, pulling the person down. So let's hold each other's hands and rise up. It's possible. With intentionality, it's possible. Thank you so much.
So, Mommy, you had all this inside of you, and you want to what's happening. Oh, Mommy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can just imagine the day you will prepare a speech for us. Wow. Thank you so much for coming. And that was a great one. That was a great one.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous avons assisté au discours du représentant de l'AFTA Policy Network qui nous a parlé que son groupe d'entreprises, qui représente 4 entreprises, qui met un effort colossal pour pouvoir amener des entreprises à investir, des investisseurs pour investir dans les domaines de la créativité et de l'art. Nous avons aussi eu la représentante de Black Star Festival qui vient de nous parler des débuts justement de l'AMC, de comment tout a été forgé, des difficultés passées et aussi de l'effort que les uns et les autres ont à mettre pour pouvoir élever cette industrie du cinéma. Et que c'est important d'avoir le courage et la bienveillance envers les autres, de pouvoir avoir des plateformes qui permettent à tout un chacun de pouvoir s'élever et de surtout pouvoir promouvoir le savoir-faire qui est notre art et notre créativité. Merci.
You just realized that Clementos is clapping for you.
Oh.
He's just wishing that he could do comedy in French. C'est compris? Oui, un peu bien. Un peu bien. Merci. All right, so we're going to have another speech from one of our partners all the way in Uganda, Cinema Eugene, virtually. Technical, Cinema Eugene, are they ready for us? Okay, yeah, I know these guys, so they're ready for us.
Maintenant, le discours de l'Ouganda. Have to do my job for those who are listening in French. So the representative. C'est à cause de toi que je parle en anglais maintenant.
Oui.
La représentante de 24 heures économie qui qui représente l'État et dont l'État représente tous les intérêts de tout le peuple et qui a à cœur par rapport à son organisation de pouvoir créer une branche économique du secteur de l'art et du tourisme. Et dans les projets qui tiennent à cœur, il y a 5 volets qui sont développés, celui de la recherche de fonds, celui de la création de plateformes, celui de la protection des propriétés intellectuelles, celui aussi de créer des structures pour pouvoir développer ou pour pouvoir être beaucoup plus visible par rapport à tout ce qui est création, et aussi
lunch in Nigeria, go to Togo to eat breakfast, go all the way to Zambia for snack. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going all the way back to Uganda. We have Madam
Yeah, my name is Kelvin Kwabna Kindawi. I'm the CEO of Kindawi.
Good morning. Abratin, and I'm the managing director of Wellington Consultancy, which serves as the project management lead for the Pifidochi Legacy Project. An initiative owned by Kindawi Publishing. It's truly an honor to stand here today as we celebrate not just another season, but a growing movement. One that gives voice to Africa's stories, our languages, and our legends. This year's journey carries a particularly special moment. This recognition, we are reminded of something deeply important. Legends should be celebrated while they are still with us. Their wisdom, their excellence, and their impact deserve to be experienced in real time, not only remembered in hindsight. Across the coming year, we'll see a series of major activities across Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and beyond, all built around this tribute. These will be opportunities for learning, mentorship, and deepening the creative exchange that defines Africa's new era of storytelling. To everyone gathered here, let this launch remind us that the power of Africa's story lies in how we own a chapter. I invite you all to anticipate something great, because what's coming will inspire the entire continent and beyond. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Gabriela. Please. Sorry, Kindawi. We will meet at our usual joint. Please, organizers, next time add Gabriela to our team of MCs. Possibly we will do that in Côte d'Ivoire. All right. Thank you so much, Monique. I think we're there. We are done. We should just tell them to go home. We are done.
Oh, no.
Without much we do. In fact, we're just finishing. In fact, we are finished, but we can't end without having the brain behind season 1, season 2, and the reason for which we are gathered here, not saying anything to us, and duly or officially launching season 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mauku Kuaji, CEO, MP Casting, AMC African Monologue Challenge.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous recevons MK qui est le directeur général de AMC et puis de MK Collegial Team.
Good afternoon to all of you. Nana, please can you come so that I can talk? Thank you all for coming, and yeah, I want to appreciate everyone who has helped us come this far. Where we are now. Thank you so much. And then we want to duly launch season 3 of the African Monologue Challenge, which will happen in Ivory Coast. Consider it duly launched. And I'm sorry, he is my professor. And then we want to use this opportunity to invite Pan-African organizations, government, to support this initiative. And it's on this note that we want to introduce one of our partners, or one of our sponsors for AMC Season 3, ABV Foods. We are very excited about this partnership because we believe that it's going to go a long way to feed Africans, and it's going a long way to show that as Africans we can feed ourselves, and we shouldn't destroy our water. Thank you very much.
Right. I love the very last part of it. We shouldn't destroy our waters, and that is very, very important. Maybe just for us to also stand behind this microphone, since we have Atinga and UTV here, also supporting the move for not destroying our water bodies. Galamsey should cease. We plead with all those who are involved. We need Africa to be safe, we need Africa to be healthy, and healthiness only can come from our environment. Thank you very much.
Mesdames et messieurs, pour finir, c'est avec cette unité que nous lançons officiellement la 3e saison de l'Africa Monologue Challenge, et nous sommes très heureux de pouvoir encore vous attendre au tournant pour la Côte d'Ivoire et voir comment les choses se développent après. Merci beaucoup.
So on this note, myself and my co-MC Monile, we say African Monologue Challenge Season 3, it's officially launched. See you all in Ivory Coast. I am going on, so join me. Right, so we have some drinkables out there. I hope you understand what I mean. Drinkables. So as you step out, please don't be in a rush to leave. You'll see some beautiful ladies standing behind some beautiful design pots. They will serve you something from the African continent. Thank you so much. Are those online, you can join us by drinking something you have in your homes. Drink anything drinkable. I mean, they don't want to leave. Let's continue.
Je ne suis pas un, je suis multiple.
I am the breath of pyramids and prophecy.
Je suis Imhotep, architecte de la scène.
Mansa Musa, whose gold paved the pilgrimage.
To son of a Torah, who rose on chains to command freedom's fire. I am Haile Selassie, Lion of Judah, who stood before the world and spoke of dignity.
I am Marcus Garvey, who saw ships sailing back to Zion and called us to remember who we were before forgetting.
Je suis le murmure du rêve de Nkrumah.
I am the fire in Sankara's stride.
The ink in Lupumba's last letter.
The wisdom in Nyerere's silence.
The roar in Gaddafi's defiance.
The forgiveness in Mandela's smile.
I am Africa when she remembers. Land of rhythm and resilience, where the lagoon kisses the city and Grand Bassam tells stories in salt and sun. Your elections draw near and the world watches. But we do not come to watch. We come to walk with you.
We come with monologues to proclaim. We come with voices to awaken. We come with expertise to uplift.
We come to eat acheke with our hands, to dance to Côte de Calais with our bare feet, to drink cocoa as our grand prize, to speak your names with reverence. Because Côte d'Ivoire is not just a headline, it's a heartbeat.
Les élections viendront et elles auront lieu, mais la Côte d'Ivoire restera. Pour l'enfant à naître, pour l'aîné qui se souvient encore, pour la terre qui n'oublie jamais.
We are coming in March of 2026 as kin to sit in your Pan-African house, to share stories that stretch from Cairo to Cape Town, Tana to Abidjan, to remind the world that peace is not passive, but a choice, a rhythm, a revolution. That unity is the birthright of Mother Africa and her children.
Let no ballot break your bond. Let no voice drown your unity. And let no moment steal your legacy. Because Côte d'Ivoire is part of the continent's promise.
So prepare the drums, warm the chickens, sweep the courtyards of Grand Bassam. We are coming. With cameras, with culture, with courage.
And when we arrive, we will not just perform and promote.
We will remember. We will rejoice and we will rise together.
Car la Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire. Car Côte d'Ivoire.
For Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire. You are not alone.
You are Africa, and Africa is coming home.